Iowa Live.
We've taken the Carl Chevrolet Studios on the road for this Friday. We're in downtown Des Moines, the east side of downtown Des Moines right now. And speaking of on the road, Old Dominion going to be on the road and here in Des Moines in December. And don't forget, Old Dominion is going to be on Local 5 on Wednesday for the CMA Award. So you might want to check that out. But we have a big event happening in Des Moines and in the Des Moines area tomorrow in Newton, Iowa at the Iowa Speedway. And we have a pretty famous driver in the Arca Menards Series race that's happening there. Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle, Agent Cody Bakes. We're not big fat liars. He's standing right here. Frankie Muniz, how are you, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you, man.
Good to be here.
So you made the transition
from
being an actor that we've all watched to becoming a race car driver.
That's right. I mean, I was always a huge racing fan growing up. I actually started racing back in 2004, 2005, all doing open wheel stuff. I was trying to get into the Champ Car Championship. I was in the Atlantic Championship. Unfortunately, got hurt in 2009, took a long break. Here we are 14 years later. I'm back racing, in the Arca Menards series, and I'm having an absolute blast, and it's going awesome.
Doing all the acting that you did in all those years growing up, were you always keeping an eye on what's happening in motorsports?
Of course. I remember being 5, 6, 7 years old, waking up on Sunday mornings, watching the Formula One races, watching the IndyCar races, watching the NASCAR races, but I never thought I would be driving one of them one day. But, it's a dream come true, and I'm working really, really hard to learn as quickly as possible and do my best, and hopefully we'll get my first win here in Iowa.
There you go. Now we're talking about the transition, getting your way all the way up to the Arca Menards series. The first cars that you got into, the very first one, was it? You said it was an open wheel?
Yeah, open wheel. I did.
Where was that at?
The Formula BMW USA Championship. We raced all over. We were the support race for some of the Formula One races in Canada and Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I went and raced overseas and did that as well. But then I did the Champ Car Atlantic Championship. But I always knew I wanted to race stock cars.
Why is that?
I don't know. That's what I really liked watching the most as a kid. I hadn't done it. So like when you go the open wheel route, you kind of stay the open wheel route.
Right.
I wish I did this 20 years ago.
Really?
You know what I mean? The racing is so much fun, so close. It doesn't matter if you're racing for first or 30th, you're in a battle with someone. Where in the open wheel side, kind of after the start, everyone gets single file and you're hoping people make a mistake so you can get past them. But it's been an absolute blast. It's going really well so far this season. I'm second in the points currently.
There you go. Round of applause.
But still got a lot of work to do, and hopefully we'll get, like I said, our first win this weekend in Iowa.
Now, can you see the advances that you're making each and every week, or does somebody else have to point them out to you?
No, I think the biggest thing is I know that I'm constantly learning every time I'm in the car. You know what I mean? I don't have years of experience doing this like all my competitors. So every time I'm in a situation for the first time, and I can take that and apply it at the next race. So I feel more and more comfortable every time I'm in the car, but I don't feel I'm anywhere near my peak yet. So, to the guys who have been beating me, I'm coming. That's all I'll say. I'm coming.
What's the biggest difference between the open wheel cars that you were driving and these? Because when you first got, what's the first stock car you got into? Let's start there.
Well, the difference between an open wheel car, they have wings and tunnels underneath, so like the aero, it's a lot faster. These, you have to be more technical, at all times driving it. The car's a lot heavier. I don't know. I love it though. I feel like it really suits my driving style, and it's kind of nice having fenders because you can kind of push people out of the way a little bit.
A little bump in there.
Yeah. But no, I did a few pro late model races last year, just knowing that I was going to be in the Arca Championship this year. I did, I think, 4 races. So this will be my 11th oval race of my career. That's it. You know what I mean? So where everyone else has probably done hundreds.
What have people told you about Iowa Speedway?
Everyone says it's one of the most fun tracks to race. I've had a lot of people write me who are in the truck series or Xfinity oh, I'm so jealous. I wish we were going to Iowa. It's such a fun track. So I'm excited for it. I know it's what do they call it? The fastest short track
on the planet.
On the planet.
On the planet.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I like those words. So I'm excited to experience it.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely an experience for you there too. Now let's talk about the race that's going to be tomorrow. 150 miles.
Yep.
That's a long way.
It's a long race, yeah. I mean, that's, I think, the biggest thing that I've had to learn. My races have never been this long before, you know what I mean? So making sure I hydrate, especially here, it's very humid, drinking, lots of water, prepping for tomorrow.
Or Calypso lemonade.
Yeah, yes,
okay.
Lots of Calypso lemonade.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and the race is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, and come on out. Tickets are still available. It's going to be, you know, come root for the number 30 car for sure.
That's it, folks. So you're wondering what number Frankie is. He is number 30, so you keep an eye on that. Very obviously, you know him from television and the movies, and also the voice of Stripes? Racing Stripes.
That's what got me hooked in racing.
That's what got you hooked. He was the zebra in Racing Stripes. How cool is that? Yeah. But this is going to be a lot of fun. It is the Arca Menards Series Calypso Lemonade 150 tomorrow, 7 p.m. Iowa Speedway. If you want to get tickets, I understand you can just go to any of the Menards stores. You can get them there today too, right?
You can do that. Yeah.
All right,
for sure.
Perfect. So stop over there and come on over. And if you're around, come on down and say hello to Frankie. Say your last name. Make sure everybody says it right.
Frankie Muniz.
Okay, so don't mess that up, and have a chance to get out to the Iowa Speedway tomorrow. Gonna have a good time watching this guy compete, possibly getting his first win. You can, since you're a friend of ours now, we can put you in the same category as Mason Mitchell.
Nice.
Who's from West Des Moines, who's won this Arca race before, or Brett Moffitt, who won the East race here.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I want to hold that trophy.
Okay.
That's for sure. Well, that's the goal.
See if we can get that accomplished.
Let's do it.
Frankie.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you out there.
See you tomorrow, Newton, at Iowa Speedway for the Calypso Lemonade 150 for the Arca Menards Series. Now, you're not going to go anywhere because normally on Fridays, we visit with the Animal Rescue League of Iowa. And they have come downtown here.
Nice.
So think we can get a dog adopted too?
Yeah, I'd love to help you.
Okay, we're going to try that. We're going to do that next on Iowa Live.